The Kimono Tattoo by Rebecca Copeland. I listened to it on audiobook, which is beautifully narrated by Teresa Backen, and it is published by Brother Mockingbird, a very small publisher who I've in fact never heard of. But this is the delight that sometimes you come across novels that, you know, aren't mainstream yet have something very purposeful and colourful to say. So I was very pleased I picked this up, and it is set in Kyoto and it is full of the city of Kyoto and also of Kimono. So what's not to like? So Ruth Bennett was originally taken to Japan when she was very small by her medical missionary parents. Her brother, a younger brother, accompanied them, Matthew, and they spent quite a lot of their formative years there until when she was around 10. She was left in charge of Matthew and Matthew went missing, and of course that is a trauma that her family has had to deal with. They all went back to the States, and she then returned to Japan in her slightly later years to work as a translator because she felt somehow Japan was her spiritual home. So there she is, she's now working for a small translation agency, and the mystery starts when a manuscript arrives, and it purports to be from an author who is long since considered dead. He's disappeared, and nobody knows about him. So this is the first of many mysteries that unravel throughout this rather delightful, delectable and wonderful novel. So as a base note to this novel, you have the mystery that unfolds. And I felt it was very much like a Japanese carp, diving through the murky waters, popping up, and then going off somewhere else. And then you don't quite see where it's going to end up, and then it comes back again. So that makes a very nice structure on which the author has then built up a story of the kimono and of Kyoto itself. So the kimono is fundamental to the story, and you get wonderful details of the cloth, the obis, visual images of women wearing them, and it just, it brings to life the idea of the kimono. So you will learn a lot about that, which, is just a nice thing to pick up from a novel. The other integral part of the story is actually Kyoto itself. It is a wonderfully strong character in its own right in this novel, and you will walk along the philosopher's path, you'll see various temples, go past the zoo, and Rebecca Copeland is really good at evoking the sense of place in this novel. You're transported. So I have walked through Kyoto many hours. I remember doing it once in the rain for 7 hours, visiting as many temples as I could. And it's still a very memorable experience because it changes from modern to old very quickly. And of course, central is the philosopher's path, both in the story and in the city. So I think if you want a nicely well-honed story and a sense of Kyoto, and you want to learn something about the kimono, and there is also obviously the element of tattooing, then I think all the strands come beautifully together in this really well-worked novel, which I was delighted to pick up. And it was one of those moments when you get a novel that comes across your desk and you think, yeah, this is one that deserves a wider readership. So if you pick it up, enjoy.